the aisle.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be a good job. Actually, great afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Thank you, esteemed guests. As Cheryl mentioned, my name is Alex Dumas, and yes, 4 days took me from North Carolina to Honduras. So by show of hands, has anyone ever attended a meeting where it was kind of routine, it was kind of same old, business as usual, maybe a Toastmasters meeting where you kind of show up and think, all right, it's just gonna be a regular thing, a regular day, a regular meeting, nothing special, nothing spectacular, nothing exhilarating. Well, this happened for me 2 weeks ago. And just a quick sidebar, I'm gonna be speaking about faith, religion, Christianity, so if you don't agree with that, if it's not part of your faith subscription, it's not meant to offend, it's just my experience. So back to me now. I attended 11 a.m. service with my family, and I walked in there, same old, all right? Gonna see my friends, have some snacks, listen to the word, worship, go home, simple. Well, I showed up at 11 a.m. for regular good old church and walked out at 12:30, committed to going to Honduras. So how did that happen? Our lead pastor was sharing a quick message about this, and I knew about the trip for months, but I had discounted it. I thought to myself, well, there's no way I could ever make it. I can't afford it. I'm too busy. I have this going on, all the excuses. But he shared that there were some last minute changes. One of the individuals who was supposed to be a part of the mission dropped off. There was a free ticket to go to Honduras. And I felt something move through me as he said that. I felt this internal nudge, God, universe, spirit, source, whatever you want to call it. And my wife, of course, gave me one of the chicken wings. You need to go talk to him. I was nervous. I spoke with our associate pastor, kind of expressed about what I wanted to do, but sat back down, and my wife was like, well, are you going? Well, I just talked to him. She's like, make a decision. We spoke again during that service, and I was ready to go. Got my passport in order, background checks, all of that. This is all to share that one of these insights that I captured for myself was listening, because everybody else in this church heard the same message that my pastor said. But for some reason, I did one of these. It went in one, it didn't go out the other. I sat with it sauteed and thought to myself, well, let's make a bold leap. Let's leap into action. I had 4 days. Fortunate for me that that happened, because the original trip was scheduled to go out that Monday rather than on Thursday. All right, so I have 4 days instead of 24 hours, and then land. I don't want to leap and crash and burn and fall down the cliff, but I want to know I have a place to go to. So I listened, I leaped, and I landed in Honduras on that Thursday. One thing I didn't know was that there was a tropical storm in the area at that time, and the area that we were serving was called Las Cebas, and that was literally the eye of the storm. We were the last flight to come in. Everything else was canceled after our flight from Miami. We had a connecting flight from North Carolina to Miami, then Miami to Honduras. So this is some of the scenes right here. This is our luxurious bathroom. As you can see, there are no doors. There's really no privacy. It's a shower curtain. This is a little bit of the image of the mudslides that damaged thousands, hundreds of thousands of homes were damaged. Several people lost their lives as a result of this. And this right here is a picture of our creek. So during a tropical storm in a third world country, guess what? You're gonna lose power for several days. You lost running water for several days. When you can't flush a toilet, what do? You get a bucket, go down the creek, balance on a twig or however they did it. You fill it up, you climb back up, you pour it in. And that's what our life was like for this week. But we had a choice. We could look at the obstacles. This sucks. There's no water, there's no heat, there's no electricity, there's no Wi-Fi. First world problems. Or we could look at it as opportunities. These are several men that I attended this mission trip with from church. When you don't have running water, you can't take a shower. What do you do after 6 hours of hard labor? You go in the creek and you get down and dirty and hopefully get some of the yuckies off. This is a community center that we worked on for a week. What was involved here was painting cinder block walls, painting iron gates, cleaning up around the place. Now, we didn't have paint buckets. What I love about the Honduran people is the creativity. They took liter soda cans, cut them up, poured the paint in there. I would never think to do that. But they used the resources that they had. They had to get creative and use their ingenuity as fast as possible. What I invite you to is looking at volunteering for a venture. When's the last time you did something for the first time? I wasn't planning to go to Honduras. I had no ambition. Sunday was just gonna come and pass, go home, watch TV, watch some football. Instead, I'm doing background check. I'm doing background checks. I'm filling out paperwork. I'm doing courses, packing up my things, canceling appointments, moving everything in my life to be here for this 1 week. But this week was transformative for me. This is some of the walls that we painted. We were installing a drop ceiling. And these are some of the wonderful people I got to experience. This woman, Pam, we stayed at her house. We had family style meals 3 times a day. I had more meals at this table than I had with my own family for the last 2 years, probably combined. There's one of the student leaders, some pictures of the city, us having fun, playing dominoes. We ate good too. I learned a new meal, baleada. If you never had it before, highly suggest it and recommend it. And the last piece that I learned was to engage. As much beauty as there was, as beautiful landscapes and the mountaintops, as I showed you in the beginning, there's mudslides, there's poverty, people suffering. But we learned to engage, be empathetic with them. We didn't come in trying to save them. They understood their situation, but they embraced us. They welcomed us into their culture. It was the first time in my life I've ever been called a gringo. And then that's, for their country, they look at any American as gringos, right? It's nothing to do with skin color. So last thing I'll leave you with is this opportunity to survive a storm and look at it with love. Where are the opportunities for you to listen, to leap and land into powerful action? Where are the opportunities within the obstacles you face? Where's the opportunity for you to volunteer? You don't have to go across the world, but it could be a smile, it could be a kind word, it could be just doing something in your local Toastmasters group. And where can you be engaged? Where can you be present and locked in? So that's my time. Back to Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex, for that speech. And we have one.